Probably about an hour. Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? Let me get Matt Shirley on here real quick, my head game console coach. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments area. You know how everybody is doing. Let me see here the chat. All right, guys, if you guys can hear me loud and clear, type live in the or in the chat, please. And make sure you are under hosts and panelists so that I can see what you guys are saying. And all of that. So, Matt, are you here, dude? Let me see.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. You cannot start your video because the host is stopped. Okay, let me fix that. I'm gonna make you co-host.
Cool.
Right. All right, I'm not seeing anybody in the chat yet. I see Andre, Christian, David, Jason, Javon, Moses. What's up, guys? If you guys can hear us, let us know. Type live in the chat. I want to make sure that everybody can hear us and that people can talk, so that I don't want to get started without people knowing that they can talk to us. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man?
I'm very, very good. Good to see everybody. Glad you guys are able to jump on. David Clay says, yes, he can hear us. Awesome.
Oh, you can see messages? Oh, okay.
I can see the Q&A.
Oh, all right. All right, cool. All right, guys. So I'm going to kind of go over exactly what's going to be going on tonight. It's going to be very laid back. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to be doing any slides. I will be showing some screenshots and different things like that. But for the most part, guys, I'm going to keep this, very to the point. and make sure that, you guys leave with more value than you ever expected to come for. I think that's probably the most important part. I brought on Matt tonight because Matt is, he's my head game console coach. He teaches specifically game consoles in my program, in my mentorship program. That's what his job is. That's what I pay him to do. So, and he enjoys it too. Matt, how much do you typically make per month just reselling only game consoles?
I usually pull in about $2,000 a month, just reselling game consoles.
$2,000 a month just reselling game consoles. It's crazy. It's awesome. Matt has been an integral part of my program, especially when it comes to the game console part, helping the students expand what they buy. But we're going to get into him. He's actually going to help you guys source some items tonight. He's going to show you exactly what to do. So get a little taste of that. I think you guys are really going to enjoy that a lot because he does that for my students and they absolutely love him. So, but guys, we're going to go over the 3 pillars of a reselling business to start off with, right? So before we get started though, who knows what the 3 pillars of a successful phone flipping or reselling business is? Go ahead and drop that in the chat if you know what those are. Live chat is disabled. Weird.
Should be good.
Should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So if you guys know, let me see, is it working? Show chat previews. Oh yeah, there we go. Chat wherever, Matt, just type chat here. Chat here. So who knows what the 3 pillars of a successful, well-maintained reselling business is? Go ahead and type that in the chat, and then we're going to be getting started here in a second, and then we will dive into all of these, here in a minute. I don't think they can type, dude. I don't know what's going on here. Weird. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, there we go. Christian. Oh, hey, Chris. Leads, appraisals, negotiation. That is correct. So the 3 most important parts of this business are leads, appraisals, and negotiation. With those 3 things, if you just focus on those 3 things, you will have a successful reselling or phone flipping business. Okay. So now, who am I? I want to go over that really quick. I want to kind of give you guys my backstory here real quick, and then we're going to jump into everything. I just want you guys to know, I know what I'm talking about here. I've been doing this for a couple of years. Christian in the comments has probably been doing this as long as I have at this point, so he knows. But guys, I started off as a server in a restaurant called Papados. And I started this business because of David Kosciuszko. I saw one of his ads, I signed up. Me and David eventually became business partners. David has since retired from the coaching industry. And here I am teaching you guys. I have been reselling for 6 years at this point, on and off a little bit, but I've also learned a lot of things along the way as well. Marketing wise, and I've just been perfecting my skills and kind of honing it all in on reselling, because one thing I want you guys to understand about the reselling business, and I had to learn this the hard way, was the reselling business is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Last year, I was into crypto big. Many of you probably remember that. I was promoting it really, really hard. The market, got decimated this year, right? When COVID-19 happened, my marketing business, I lost, it was 15 clients. 15 clients and over $6,000 in monthly recurring revenue because of COVID-19. What got me through all of those things was reselling, and that's why I'm here. I'm teaching it, and I'll be doing so for my goals are the next 5 years. Okay, so I'll be around for a while. Okay. One thing I want to tell you guys before we dig into any of this. Reselling electronics and reselling in general, and I'm gonna pin myself here real quick. Let me do that. Be fine. It's not going anywhere. It's recession proof. Okay. There are certain aspects of it that aren't recession proof but for the most part, it is, because people are always going to need electronics, and people are always going to need to sell stuff, and people are always going to need to make money. Okay. And also phones aren't going anywhere. So if you're in this business, that's a good thing, because this business is not going anywhere anytime soon. And think about this. What kind of opportunity do we have here, guys? The opportunity that we have here is absolutely insane, right? Every single person in the United States and Canada and wherever you're at probably has a phone. Give me a 1 if you know somebody who has a phone. I mean, pretty much everybody at this point has a phone, right? Here's another thing. The average American has over 10 types of different electronics in their home. Me, right here, I have like 15 that are in my immediate arm's length. It's crazy, right? And that would also be the same if I didn't resell electronics too. I have a computer right here that I use for business. I have other stuff. I have a printer. I have all of this stuff, right? Every American has over 10 types of different electronics in their home at all times, right? At this point, we need electronics to survive, okay? Now, one thing I want you guys to do, since you're on Zoom, you can go search things while, you don't have to watch, you can just listen. One thing I want you guys to do really quickly, before we get started, because I want you guys to understand this, go and check the population of your city right now. Right now, just go do it. And then what I want you to do is I want you to type the amount of people that are in your city. Type it in the chat. That way we can see, how many people you have in your city. And if you're not seeing anybody else in the chat, make sure that you are doing hosts and panelists, because you guys are panelists or attendees or something. Or type everyone, I guess. I don't know. Not sure how it works. Okay. Somebody says 100,000. Somebody says 30K. Another person says 461,000 people. Matt says 402,000. Alex says 95,000. David says 2.3 million. Giedrich says 35K. Guys, here's a very simple thing I want you guys to understand about those numbers. Here, I'll just take a number. Right here, Alex, I'll take your number. So 95,000 or 954,000, I'm sorry, 954,457. You guys realize that's probably how many phones are there? And it's actually probably twice that many because everybody has an extra phone at home. You guys see that? When you look at the scope of that, it's very difficult to not see the opportunity in this business. 38,000, Wayne. There's 38,000 phones in your area, bro. 38,000. You think there's enough that you can buy there? Giedrich says 35K. There's 35,000 phones in your area, man. You think you got some you can buy? Christian, 461,000 phones. Think there's enough for you to buy? You think there's enough for you and maybe some other competition, if there is competition? Christian says 6 million. Oh, man. Well, no one person can buy 6 million phones. So, guys, I wanted to frame that first, right? Typically, the amount of people you have in your area is typically how many phones, active phones, that are in your area, okay? Now, not all of those are going to be looking to sell their phones, but a good majority of them are at any given time, right? Everybody's selling their phone or trading it in or things like that over the length of their, the life of their device, right? Now, let's add another layer on top of this really quickly. Out of those, the amount of people in your, local vicinity, how many of those people do you think have iPads? How many of those people do you think have MacBooks or laptops? Maybe smartwatches. A lot of iPhone users use smartwatches, right? How many of those people do you think have a game console? I have 3 game consoles that I use. 3. It's insane, right? So there's so much opportunity out there that it's absolutely insane. Matt, do you want to chime in on any of this real quick? Go ahead. You got to unmute yourself.
For sure. Yeah. The amount of game consoles most people have is, well, it just stacks up, right? And game consoles aren't quite like phones because they're not a necessity, but people love them, right? Because just like sitting down watching Netflix, what are you going to do at the end of the day? It's a great way to unwind. In fact, the number one thing within the entertainment industry in general is video games. More people are plugged into games because in a lot of ways, it's a full-on sensory experience, especially with the acquisition of VR now and introducing so many different high-end VR headsets, but also really like purchasable and easy to pick up like VR headsets. You know what I mean? Like they're so much more accessible now than they've ever been. And so, yeah, there's, I mean, I would venture to say most people probably have a cell phone, an iPad, a laptop, a PS4 or Xbox, one of the two, right? Maybe a Nintendo Switch. And if you jumped on the VR train recently, you probably have one of those too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the opportunities out there, guys. It's 100% out there. You can make a lot of money flipping phones and electronics. And honestly, you don't even have to try that hard most of the time. The only thing that you really just need to know how to do is you just need to know how to do it and how to get people to find you, right? So we're going to be hopping into and talking about that right now. So let me go ahead and hop back in here. So remember I said the 3 pillars, right? We're going to go over them in depth, one by one, and then we'll open up Q&A at the end. I see a couple of hands raised. We'll open up Q&A at the end, guys. But number one, guys, we're going to start off this way. Ads, advertising. Why is it important? Okay. So I'm going to be straight with you guys. Free advertising doesn't work very well anymore. It's not nearly as good as it used to be. And this is done for a reason. Unfortunately, I saw this happening about 2 years ago when they started banning us from Facebook Marketplace and even Facebook groups and things like that. Unfortunately, but fortunately also, and I'm gonna get to why. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads are like the way to go right now, 100%. And honestly, it makes your business more consistent. So there's a double-edged sword to this, right? Number one, you have to pay for ads. However, you don't have to pay a lot, right? I start my students off at $5 a day, and then we go up from there, right? Alex says, is Craigslist even free anymore? No, not really, dude. Nothing is free anymore. Not really. If you want people to see your stuff, it ain't going to be from free ads for the most part anymore. So other than Google My Business, which is something else entirely. But so like I said, paid advertising is a double-edged sword, right? So number one, you have to pay. However, it does make your business a lot more consistent, and you can actually you can look at data with paid ads. Okay. So for example, let me give you guys an example of what an ad looks like here. So this is what an ad looks like. This is a brand new one that we just started. And actually I did it wrong. It isn't supposed to say chat and messenger here, but it does anyway. But as you guys can see, this is what a paid ad looks like. Okay. So it says, hey, Tampa, we pay cash for phones. We buy new, used, cracked, most conditions considered. And then, it goes into say a little bit more here. We're looking for iPhone X and newer, Samsung Galaxy S10, Note 10 and newer. And then we're even adding the upsell in here a little bit too, right? So this is what the ads kind of look like in the basic level of things. How do you start an ad? Well, you got to create a campaign. So, and I'll kind of just walk you guys through that real quick. This isn't going to be a full length thing, but like I will walk you guys through how to start your first ad. First thing you need is an ads manager and a Facebook page to advertise from. You can create both very easily. You can literally just Google them. I actually think I have a YouTube video on how to create both of those. So you can go to my YouTube channel and find that if you want to. But what we want to do here, guys, to create an ad, and you might see something like this if you're new, what you're going to do is go to engagement and go to continue. And then what we want to do is we want to turn on this advantage campaign budget, which is campaign budget optimization. It's an old term, but we're going to do $5 a day. You want to put the daily budget at $5 a day. And then we want to go next. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to choose the messaging app. We're going to do click to Messenger. We're only going to do Messenger here. And then this page specifically is We Buy Smartphones. There we go. All right, we're not going to put an end date or anything like that. We are going to go down here. We're going to get rid of United States. And then we're going to type in, for this one, it is Tampa. So Tampa, Florida. There we go. We're going to do a 25-mile radius. That's typically what I recommend for this. Now, the age group, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give this to you. It's 18 to 44. Anything higher than 44, you won't get many messages for. And for your first campaign, you want to use Advantage Plus payment or placements. All right. And that's how that's set up. Pretty simple. I know it might be a little bit, complicated at first. It may seem like that, but it's not too bad. Then we're going to go next. Now we actually create the ad. And I know some people are some veterans on here. You guys have seen me do this a million times. What we need to do here, guys, is we actually need to grab some ad copies first. So let me go to my ad copies real fast and grab one. There we go. And then we're going to scroll down. I'm going to grab this ad copy right here, which was the same one that was on the other one. Copy. We're back to the ads and paste. We're going to change this to Tampa. There we go. That's done. Now we want to add a photo. So you have to upload some photos for this. But I already have some here, so I'm just going to use them. So we're going to use one like this. We're going to scroll down. We're going to change this to sell a device. I use device because I buy more than just phones. Then I'm actually going to grab this phone emoji here real quick. And then sell a device, right? And we're going to start combos. Now, you want to change this. Let me go to one that actually already has one. You want to change these to sell an iPhone, sell a Samsung, sell another device, really whatever you want here. And then what you want to ask is, which iPhone are you looking to sell? Any problems with it? And that's really all you need to make an offer on a device, guys. So that's really all you need. And I'll get into that in the appraisal section of everything. But that's all you need. So we'll save and finish. Now, this is the part here, guys. And let me see, is everybody following along? Let me know. Is everybody following along? Just say yes if you are in the chat. And then I'll move on to the next part. I'm sorry about my kids in the background screaming. A 4 and a 2-year-old. So, all right, cool. Everybody's following along. Perfect. All right, so let's go back to the ads manager. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to duplicate the photos for the ads. So we're going to duplicate, and then all we're going to do is change the photo. Well, not that. I need trash can, add media, add image, and then photo. And all we're going to be doing is swapping out the photo. So duplicate, quickly duplicate, trash can, add image, photo. It's literally the same thing like 5 times in a row. The reason we're doing this is so that we can test multiple ads, because not every ad is created equal, right? Not every ad is going to work. And while you're doing this, one thing you want to avoid is any type of Apple logo, because that is a trademark violation, and we don't want to do that because it can get our account banned, and we don't want that. And voila, next, done. There we go. All right, then we're going to select all of these, go to edit, and publish. And that is how we set up a Facebook ad campaign. And what's going to happen, and I want to be very clear about this because I get questions on this all the time. Each of these ads are not going to be spending $5 a day. Okay, the whole campaign in itself right here will be spending $5 a day. So that equates to each of these ads right here, spending about $1 each per day, okay? And some of the results on, what this looks like, this is a page that started a few days ago. You can see here $1.50, $2.76, $1.34. And then here is some examples of some ads that did nothing, right? So we're letting these three roll, right? We want to stay within the $1 to $4 range typically, because that's where we're profitable. And that's how we start ads. Now, was that too much of a fire hose, or did you guys follow along, or are you going to need to watch the replay to do it again? I know it's a little complicated, but just giving you guys everything. Matt, did you understand that?
Yeah, I got you, Chris.
Awesome. Yeah, you've seen me do it enough times.
No doubt.
All right. Replay, but understand. Perfect. Awesome. Does everybody understand the basic premise of how that was done? Just type understand in the chat. That way we can do that, and then we'll move on to the appraisal part of how things work. Awesome. So let me go and grab the appraisal calculator. All right, so I do want to go over what appraisal is first before we dive into it. Who knows how to appraise something? What does appraise actually mean? Can you guys tell me what appraisal means in the comments? Let me know what appraisal means. That way, I kind of get a grasp on what you guys think it is. David says the value. Okay. Seeing how much something is worth, check value. Okay. Yeah, you guys basically hit it on the head there. Okay. The way I would probably make it a little bit more definitive of a definition would be how much the market is willing to pay and value of that item. So I see it as like coming up with an accurate appraisal is an accurate market value price or value of that item. Okay. And that's really important because, and this is something I see resellers do a lot. A lot of times they just, they go and buy something without finding out what something is actually going to sell for first. Okay. And I want everybody to write this down really quickly. The money is made when you buy, not when you sell. Write it down. That comes from David Kosciuszko. He's basically the founder of this entire industry, or kind of made it, he put it on the map. Let's just put it that way. So the money is made when you buy, not when you sell. Okay. There you go. Or type it in the chat so I know you guys remember it. So I have done my best to make appraisals easier for everybody over the years. So, and in doing that, I have created a calculator that will help you guys appraise an item correctly so that you don't have to guess, you don't have to worry about it and stuff like that. So what I want to happen here really quickly, somebody give me an item that they want me to appraise. Go ahead and drop it in the comments and I will appraise it. And I'll show you guys how to appraise it. Okay, good. Google Pixel 6 Pro. I think that's one of the newest ones too. I haven't bought one yet, but 11 Pro Max. Okay. All right, so I have my calculator here, but we need to go to eBay first. So let's go to eBay. And then let's go. All right, so I need a little bit more context as well. So let me get that really quickly. Let me do the 11 Pro Max actually, because that one will come up with a little bit more, and then we'll do the Google Pixel. David, what's wrong with the 11 Pro Max? Is there anything wrong with it? Okay, nothing wrong with it. So I'm going to assume that it's financed and that it's bad ESN. Okay, so, and the reason I do that is just because I do, because I profit more that way. iPhone 11 Pro Max, and then we're gonna do T-Mobile since that's where it would be typically. All right, we're gonna go. I believe it's 64, lowest one. It's not factory unlocked. we're gonna do for parts are not working because we want ESN. I'm actually gonna type that in. Oh wait, I got some pulling up. It's good. Okay, and we're already at sold. I'm gonna do buy it now. Okay. All right, so we got one here that's blacklisted. We got another one here that's green. This one's unlocked though because it says any carrier. Apple iPhone 11 Pro Max 64GB green Sprint T-Mobile. Okay. So
Hey Chris, are you wanting us to see your screen?
My bad, dude. Let me go and share that. There we go. Thanks, Matt.
Awesome.
All right, so I'm just looking at the prices here, guys. Okay. So this one's a cracked screen. This one's unlocked. This one's a cracked screen. Here we go. So iPhone 11 Pro Max, Gold, T-Mobile Sprint, IMEI bad. All right, check IMEI. So we got 289, 299. These were sold 5 days ago. And then we got here's one for 319. Okay. So we got three prices that are like within $50 of each other. And that's typically what we're looking for here. Okay. And we're also looking for photos like this that aren't like super professional. And now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go back to this calculator that I've created. We're going to type in 289. 289. Next one was 299. And then the last one was 319. And this calculator is going to do all the work, right? So the average price that this thing is going to sell for is probably around $302. Okay. The eBay fees on it will be about $39.30. And then here's what we make for an offer. You can offer 30% of its value at $90, which is a low ball, right? I'd probably offer somewhere around, 50%, which is $151. And I can even go up to $181. And then it even shows the potential profit over here as well. So if I was to offer at 50% of its value, I'd make on average $111, seeing that this device is going to sell for roughly $302. Okay. So that's how that works. That's how appraisal works. We need to know how much something is going to sell for, which we do by getting the averages online and seeing what other people have sold things for and for what prices. That way we know what we can offer. Does that make sense, guys? Awesome. All right, and as a gift to all of you guys that are on here for coming, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this calculator in the chat for you guys. That way you guys can, make a copy of it and use it yourself, right? Because it's a very, it's a very valuable resource. Honestly, I probably should charge for it, but I don't. But I just dropped it in chat for everybody. So you guys can grab that, just go to File, make a copy, okay? And then you guys can use it for yourself. So that you don't mess up on your appraisals, right? You don't want to mess up on your appraisals because that can, kind of, ruin the offer and, ruin your chances of negotiation as well. Okay. Which brings me to my next point. What is the third and final pillar of reselling electronics? Somebody drop it in the chat. What is the third and final pillar of reselling? Nobody knows. There you go. Alex got it. Negotiation. Awesome. Looks like some people are having some issues making a copy of it. So before I do that, let me go ahead and show you guys how to do this. What you're going to want to do is go to File, make a copy, and it will allow you to make a copy. All right, so yes, negotiation is the final aspect to this whole thing. So let's go over that, okay? So the biggest thing I want to talk about here first though, guys, is you got to get used to the word no, okay? Matt, how many times a day do you get told no?
I mean, enough to be effective.
Now, I want you to go into a little bit about what that means really quickly. I like how you said that.
Sure.
Explain
Yeah,
that a little bit.
I mean, some people are going to say no. You have to think about it. People have their stuff, right? And for all of you like listening and watching and in the chat right now, have you ever have something that you felt an attachment to, right? Your phone, you use it to message your girlfriend. Now you're going to sell it, but you want a certain amount of money. Everybody wants a certain price for the stuff that they have, right? And people get attached to that kind of stuff. Whether it's prices or what they did with their stuff, whether it's a gaming system or a phone or an iPad or whatever. And yeah, sometimes that's just the way the conversation goes, is you throw a price at them and they tell you no. And it's like, well, that's kind of to be expected, because what's their argument other than the fact that they just want the phone for the price that they want the phone for, right? Like, that's not a very convincing argument for me as a reseller, because I got to get paid. I got to make money, right? Chris has got to make money. You got to make money. So you're going to hear no. The question is, once you hear no, that's like when the real negotiation starts. If people just grab that first price, like, hey, congratulations. But sometimes you have those days, and sometimes that's an anomaly, so that's what I mean by that.
I love how you put it, though. Like, that was said very well. So one thing I want you guys to know here, guys, is like, you should be going for no. Here, and this is simple math. And this is something that I learned whenever I was knocking on doors, selling vacuum cleaners. Is the more no's that you get, the more yeses you are also going to get. Okay. So, and you guys can go and do this on Facebook Marketplace. And I challenge you guys to go do this too, because you'll learn this. I say go make an offer to 50 people on Marketplace. Just throw them offers, right? Out of 50 people, what if one person says no? Or what if one person says yes? One person, that could be $150 in profit, right? So it's all a numbers game, right? Now, typically what we see in generating leads, right, is we see 1 out of 10 people close. Typically, that's typically the numbers on what we're looking for. And I can show proof of this. Okay, for example, if I go to one of my Rescale students, stuff right here. This is how we track things. He's in my highest level mentorship program. His lead to close ratio is 11%. That means 11, that's, it seems low, right? It seems low, but then look at this, $4,415, $14,735 in sales, right? His profit per lead is $21.86. Okay. This is why I say go for no, because the more no's that you get, the more yeses you are also going to get because of that. Okay. This is important. I know Matt just does reach outs because of game consoles. That's how he sources things. So he gets told no all day long, right? But with ads, people are reaching out to you. So things are a little bit easier. That's where the 1 to 10 ratio typically comes in. Now, there is a strategy to negotiation. Okay, and I'm going to go over that really quickly. And I think you guys are going to get a lot of value out of this, because I know my own students do. And I drill them on this daily, or not daily, but like every time we get on a call, going over negotiation. When you say go for no, do you mean don't try to make it easy sales paying? Yeah, don't budge on your offer, right? Make the offers, obviously within where you need them to be. One thing also, guys, you guys need to understand is like you're running a business, right? Like you have to make money doing this, otherwise you're not going to do it, right? So, and like Matt says, don't be afraid to make lowball offers, right? Exactly. All right, so there's something in negotiation that I teach my students a lot, and it's called don't fire all your bullets at once. Okay, so I'm going to go into this a little bit, and then we'll go into a little bit more. But essentially what I mean by don't fire all your bullets at once is you ask for the bare minimum of details. What are those details? Those details are, what is it? What phone is it? What's wrong with it? That is all you need to make an offer on a device. That is it. You don't need the gigabytes right away. You don't need to know the battery health percentage. You don't need to know what carrier it's with. You don't need any of that to make an offer. Okay. If you base it on the lowest gigabyte size and basically the bare minimum, assume it's VAT ESN, you're going to make them a lot more money that way. Number one. Okay. So the bullets, what are they? Make the offer, number one, based on what device is it and what's wrong with it. Okay. If it's cracked or whatever, you can make an offer on it. The second thing, if they say no, if they're like, no, that offer's too low. Okay. It's too low. Okay. Well, can you tell me how many gigabytes it has? Oh, it has 256 gigabytes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Well, I can actually offer this amount now. Right. And then if they say no again, no, it's still too low. Okay. Can you tell me what company it's with? Oh, it's unlocked. I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, I can actually offer this now. You guys see where I'm going with this? And then if they say no again, what you can do then is you can be like, okay, can you tell me the battery health percentage on it? Oh, it's 80%. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay, see what I mean by this, guys? You anchor people with your very first lowball offer, right? And then you go up accordingly based on the new information that you get. Okay, Christian, I'm pretty sure you use this method because I've taught it enough. So let me know if you do, but don't fire all your bullets at once. Okay, if you do that, you lose all. Your first offer will be your anchor price, and then you can't negotiate. When you ask all of those questions all at once, you are just taking away any sort of negotiation that you might have even had, and it's just gone because there's some people that are right away. What phone is it? What's wrong with it? How many gigabytes does it have? Send me the IMEI numbers. Blah blah blah. Like they ask everything. They throw out a price, and the person says no. Well, what are you going to do then? You can't do anything, right? You can't ask any more questions. You've already asked all the questions. So if you do it that way and in that sequence and take the no's as they come, you are much more likely to close a deal. Okay. So, and Christian says, yes, got that from you. I appreciate it. The next part of this, guys, tell the truth. Tell the truth about what you do as a business. I guarantee you people will understand. And I'm going to show you proof here in a second. Okay. But I want to reiterate this really quickly. I tell people that I'm a reseller. I tell them a lot of people are scared to do that. Some people teach that, they teach the whole, I need to go talk to my boss line. I did that for a while, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't feel good about that because I am my boss, right? And it was lying, right? Can you text a sequence of questions for offers? Not right now. So, but basically, dude, it's what phone is it? What's wrong with it? How many gigabytes? What carrier? And then there's another one somewhere. I can't remember what it is at the moment. It's battery health percentage is the very last one though. But when it comes to being honest about your business, you're going to earn a lot more customers that way. Okay. And let me go ahead and pull up some actual messages that I had prepared for this to show you guys. Let me see, is it this one? Not this one. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Pull this one up. All right, so can you swing 650 because I paid 1,300? It's never been open, still has the wrap on it. Unfortunately, due to where I'm seeing the resold prices, I'd only be able to do 600 since the fees are going to be high since I'll be reselling it on eBay. I want you guys to just listen to, or actually, let me pull it back up and just read exactly what I told him. I told him exactly what I was going to do with it. I told him I was going to resell it. And then, okay, that is fine. Cool, I'll see you at 12. And this is also another thing that I do. You guys can totally steal this if you want to. Cool, I'll see you at 12. My meetups are 12 and 5. When you come, please make sure to bring a valid ID for the bill of sale. That's it. Can't wait to earn your business. Also, on purchases over $300, I usually do Cash App, Venmo, etc. What works best for you? I have started doing digital payments on anything over $300 just because it's safer and easier for me, so I don't get ATM fees. But the main takeaway from this, guys, I told him exactly what I was going to do with it. And this guy has since sold me 3 other devices since that day. So pretty awesome. So there's another one here. Oh, that was the wrong one. Omar Cruz. So he said, let me know when you're 5 minutes away. You can't do 600 for 13. Someone just offered me 650. So this is called calling somebody's bluff. And basically what I said here, that's a great price. I am not sure how he was able to offer that, but if he is willing to pay, I would definitely go for it. I would be happy to offer you $500 for the 13 and give you cash ASAP though. What works best for you? All right, bro, I'll see you in a bit. Just let my son finish up. I called the bluff. Guys, most of the time when people are saying somebody is offering more, this isn't every time, but most of the time, they're lying. Call the bluff. I can't tell you, hey, so-and-so offered $600. Bro, that's a fantastic price. Can you give me their phone number? I'd love to sell me their devices. I'd love to sell my devices to them. I can't tell you guys how many times I've used that line. And then the person ended up, oh, he didn't show up or blah, 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 right? And then they ended up meeting me, right? It happens very, very often. So I'm also very honest. I'm very honest about how I run my business. I tell people that I'm going to sell it on eBay. I tell people that I'm a reseller. Be honest about your business. You're going to earn a lot more customers that way. If you go into it not being honest about it, I mean, Matt, what do you tell people when you're buying their stuff? What do you talk about?
I talk about how I like to collect, buy, and like sell video games because that's exactly what I like to do.
I mean, people are they're gonna respect the honesty, and I guarantee you guys, they're gonna come back to you more and more because you were honest to them. Guaranteed. I have so many repeat customers, and I'm in a new area already. I have repeat customers already. So be honest, go for no, and don't fire all your bullets at once, guys. These are important things to note, okay? So Alex says, so you're doing digital payments without being scammed? Yeah, absolutely, because I got a bill of sale still. And most of them come with a receipt too. So most of it's Cash App or Venmo though. I've never had anybody do a chargeback or anything, at least not yet. I mean, hasn't happened. So Christian says golden, heck yeah. Yeah, I don't have any problem with it, Alex. So, okay guys, so that is the 3 pillars: ads, appraisals, negotiation, okay? That's kind of the extent here. Now, I got something special here for you guys, okay? Got something really, really special. I brought Matt on for a specific reason tonight, okay? What we're gonna do tonight, guys, is, I know this is a phone flipping mastermind, but I couldn't help not adding the game console stuff into it simply because there's so much money to be made here. And Matt is a wealth of knowledge, and I can't keep him away from teaching people. So Matt, can you talk a little bit about game consoles, the best ones to resell right now? And then at the end, we're going to take a couple of people's zip codes, and we're actually going to find some devices in their area. How does that sound, guys?
All right. Yeah, so awesome. Jedrick says great. David says
Good.
Sweet. You guys hit me up in the chat if any of you hit me with a 1 if you have a console, hit me with a 2 if you've ever flipped or resold a console, or if you've done both, hit me with a 1 and a 2. Wayne says 2. Charles says yes, or 2. David, all right, let's go. I dig it. All right, Wayne, I'll see you, man. Great. Well, listen, when I was a kid, I mean, the first gaming device I ever had was a Nintendo Entertainment System, and that's how me and my friends spent our time, right? It was fun. Video games are fun, and like I said, it's the number one aspect of the entertainment industry, so it's good stuff. Let's talk about though how we can, just like with phones, take these gaming consoles and make some money. Heck, make you some money. I guarantee you that if you were to put into application what Chris has already shared, you could easily make some money off of flipping some phones just through this webinar. I can almost also make a guarantee to you guys, if you take what I'm going to share with you about gaming consoles here tonight, you can make some money off of it. In fact, Chris, I didn't tell you this, but one of your guys, I think from one of your other groups, jumped in on like another webinar and flipped an Oculus, and then somehow found me on Facebook and told me about it, which was
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah. So I just say that to encourage you guys. Okay. Within Chris's within his programs, I actually teach how to flip and resell not one, not two, not three, not four, but actually seven. Yes, seven different types of consoles or console families. So within that, you can think of each of them as like a new stream of income. Great. You've got iPhones. What about iPads? What about laptops? See how each of those can be its own stream of income? Well, I should ask you, what about PS4s? You flip those? What about Nintendo Switches? What about vintage consoles? What about handheld consoles? What about VR consoles? What about Xbox? I could keep going. Okay. So just to give you a little bit of context, I actually watched a David Kosciuszko video when Chris was just kind of starting to cut his teeth on the consoles and or reselling anything really. It was like Chris is like this on his desk, and Dave's interviewing him, and he's like, yeah, man, people are meeting me, and he was talking about some success he was starting to have, and it was really cool because for a few years I just kind of watched from afar. Now we're sort of a tag team, but when everyone was kind of zigging, I decided to sort of zag and teach myself consoles because I didn't see anybody going for consoles, and so for me it looked like easy money. Now I've been doing this for over 3 years, and I've made thousands of dollars. I've probably sold over 70 grand in product on eBay, and I consistently do about 2,000 plus net profit reselling on eBay, some to direct buyers, and then also locally through Facebook Marketplace. But the consistency for me is great, and I want those kinds of wins for you guys as well. I know that if you're on this call, you're definitely interested in reselling stuff. So why not resell gaming consoles too? It's so simple. So Chris, he teaches you how to do the ads as kind of a like a 1-2 combo punch. I come at you with the reach out method, which is just what it sounds like, reaching out to people on available marketplaces that you can find anywhere online. The primary three are Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist. That's right, Craigslist is not dead. I saw something a few weeks ago that I was talking to one of our reseller teams about, and I was just saying in the group, hey, this is what I bought. I showed them how I bought it and everything. And so I love these places that people forget about. You know why? Because people are leaving money there for guys like me and people like you. So why not, go find it. So with this method, once I kind of started to cultivate it, the thing I realized is I couldn't unsee it. It is now impossible for me to jump on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp and not just see dollar bills like floating across my face. It just happens all the time. Like you can't unsee it. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do this in just a second. And the cool thing is, if even if you're not going to be the guy who goes out and like immediately applies this, I bet you could easily look in your own house and find something to resell because you probably have a few consoles yourself. So there's going to be some great application for this as we get going here. Okay, so let me share my screen. And Chris, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So let me share my screen with you guys. And in fact, as I'm pulling that up, I'll show you a quick example of my own. I'll show you a few examples from my perspective within my zip code. And then let's do this. Let's jump into some of your zip codes. Okay. And let's see if we can't find some deals in your area as well. All right. Now, let me check the chat here. Okay. Jedrick already dropped his zip code. Okay. My man. All right. I'm here for that. I love it. I love the eagerness. I think it's fantastic. Fine flips in 83301 Idaho. Okay. Challenge accepted, Charles. Okay.
All right, we got our first 3 zip codes. Let's rock.
Okay, 77584. Okay. Thank you guys for participating in something that I haven't asked you to actually participate in yet, but you knew it was coming. So I'm here for this. Video game direct buyer, are they local or national? National. I actually use a group through Discord that one of our guys in the Rescale group that Chris was referencing earlier has also used. But I mostly use them to sell new stuff like PS5s, which I also teach people how to do in the group that we're in as well. And Chris can testify. I pulled a lot of PS5s and shared it. Yeah. And a lot of other people have pulled PS5s too. They still sell really well. Okay. All right. Yeah, John, we're recording this, so we'll do our best to make sure you can have access to the other good information.
Yeah, replay will be going out tomorrow.
All right, cool. So Chris gave you guys a freebie. I'm going to drop a freebie for you guys too, because I can. And me and Chris, we're good dudes. We like you guys. Okay. But without venturing very far at all, let me just kind of show you this. I just pulled this up as this webinar started. I haven't clicked on anything.
Ooh, now, I see it already.
Yeah. The Facebook algorithm has already pre-selected the things that I prefer to look up based on the stuff that I typically search for, right? And that's what the algorithm does. The more you search for video games or phones, the more it's going to populate those in your feeds, because it's trying to, right, get ahead of the curve and help you have a great user experience. Well, I love that for the algorithm. So within just right here, I already see a couple dollar bills, and we're not even below the fold of the page.
You guys see the dollar bills?
So here we go. Let's click on this one right here. All right. Oh, look at that. This one already sold. But
3 hours ago.
The person that bought this was listed 3 hours ago and already sold, already knew why that item had sold. In fact, let me see if I can go back to that, because it's already deleted it. Now, I'm selling my PS4 for $80, nothing lower. It comes with a controller. Hit me up if y'all want it. I always really like messaging people with HMU, kind of joking, but it's funny. So let's do our due diligence here then, y'all. Where's the money? Let's check it out. This is a PS4. It's one of the early ones. We can tell by the way it looks. Now, you don't know that, but I do. So let's look up PS4. This is a 500 gigabyte. We're going to look up the console only. And we're going to check out the condition used. Yes, let's scroll down here. Let's go to solds. Okay, and let's see what we got. All right, so this one, just like you see in the video, this is a 1 terabyte. I specifically looked up a 500 gig. So to help us find that 500 gig a little faster, we're just going to do 500 gig. This is a ninja move, everyone. Okay, Control F, and then you can just shoot down and quickly pop around on the price. So that one's black for 160. We want to compare apples to apples, people. So what was in our image here? Does that look right? Thick on the bottom, thick on the top. Looks like the right kind of console. Okay. Alex says he had that Destiny PS4. I love it, dude. I love the exclusive and limited edition stuff. This one sold for 175. So here's our prices that Chris was talking about. We got 160.
Right there.
Okay, we got 175. Let's find a third parameter for our price and then find the average of the 3. And here's one for 200, but that's a 1 terabyte. So let's keep cruising. Okay, here's one for 190. Okay. So if we take the average of those, we're probably looking at about 175, 180, right? Well, what was it? 160, 175, 190. Yeah, 175 dead on. Okay, so 175 is great. So whoever bought this with a controller for $80, and after fees, right? If we take away shipping plus fees, we're talking roughly 10, 15%. We'll call it 15. They would have made about 150. That's gross profit. But if we take away our $80, that means that they just found $70 right there on Facebook. But that's just for the console, guys.
Yep.
That's just for the console. You got to be smart. What else is in this picture? What else is in this picture? Hit me in the chat. What else is in the photo, y'all? Got the console. What else you got? You guys see this right here? Okay.
I got one of those.
Right. The remote.
Right here.
So, hey, nice.
Bought it the
Okay.
other day.
So controllers also sell for money, right? So PS4, yeah, there is an Xbox under it. You're not wrong. And see, that's the cool thing. If you were to hit this guy up and looking at this, like good eye, that's a Xbox. I think that's a one. And
Hey man, I'll give you
that's
150 for both.
yeah, that's probably about $100 to $150 device. So the great thing is, and with everything that we teach you guys, we also talk about upselling. You know, once you get somebody who's going to pay you cash for something, let's see if they'll pay you cash for something else. So you can say, hey, you trying to sell that Xbox too? Because I buy electronics of all varieties, and you could sweeten the deal and make not just one console deal, but two. We talk about that so much. So great eye, Javon. Great eye, David. Let's look at this item right here. This is a PS4 camo controller. And there's the controller brand new, but we're not looking at brand new. We're looking at used. So again, apples to apples. It's sold in the United Kingdom, so that doesn't count. $34. This one, I don't know why that one sold for cheap. So cheap, that's a bit of an outlier. $35, $38. So let's just say ballpark $35 controller. Okay. What if I told you that a few months back I bought a Spider-Man PS4 Pro limited edition console, and I bought it with 8 PS4 controllers for $250 out the door. And by the time I sold all the controllers, I literally had made my money back. So when I sold the Spider-Man PS4 Pro console, I literally made almost $325 pure profit. Pure profit. It was a sweet flip. And those are the types of flips that I'm talking about, man, where you don't just, you know, make a percentage of your money back. You can 100%, 200%, 2 and 3 times your money with deals like this. Because what we talk about is not just buying a console, but buying a bundle and learning how to effectively part it out a piece at a time. So just like a guy who owns a junkyard, you make more piece by piece than you make more by just selling the console as a whole. And that might seem like a novel idea, but it's really not. We're just applying it in another marketplace, right? And so if you bought this, think about it. You would have another $35 minus what, shipping and fees. You're probably looking at about, I'd say $28. So the $70 you've already made for flipping the console, add another $28 to that, and you've almost profited $100 off of this deal. So that's pretty sweet, because you're looking at roughly 120%, right? 120% on your money. Where else can you do that? Like, you can't learn to do that in the stock market that quickly, but you can learn to do this with the reach out method. And it's powerful, guys. It's incredibly powerful. Let's do one more before I search you guys' area. Let's do this deal right here. Okay. This is the very next deal that was next to it. Okay. These are Oculus Rift. This is the OG Oculus Rift, the CV1 controllers. It says that they are new, still in box, so not used, brand new controllers right here. Okay, this is a fantastic deal. Let's check it out. VR is big on the scene. Do we flip VR? Absolutely. So let's check it out. Let's go to Oculus, Rift CV1 controllers, and we want to look up brand new and make sure we're looking up solds. Okay, let's find some brand new solds. Okay, these aren't just controllers. Let's make sure we find a listing of just controllers. So hang with me, y'all. You're doing great. Okay, here's a listing of just controllers. Love that. 137, 120, and that's sensors and controllers, and 121. So if we split the difference there, we're looking at about $125. Now this listing is for 75. Would I offer them 75? I would probably come in and offer them 50. Legitimately. Now this other deal at 80, that's already so low, you don't even need to negotiate. Like, and sometimes I'm going to tell you, I've told Chris and others, like sometimes I don't even negotiate for the deals because I know I'm going to make so much money off of them and I know they're going to sell fast. So I just boom, jump right into the deal. But for this, I'd go 50, $65 would probably be, I'd still pay $75 for this deal. But at the end of the day, like if you sell it for 125 after fees, you probably stand to make about 40 bucks, which if you're looking at 40 out of 75, that's still over 50% profit margin. That's a good deal, folks. And we're looking for things to consistently. If you're making between 40 to 60% in your profit margins in this business, net profit, you're doing good business. Yeah, you're right, Charles. Sometimes if you go too far, then you can definitely lose out on the deal. And we talk about that. We talk about that as a negotiating part of the process where you can meet people halfway or things like that. But a lot of the deals that the guys are getting in our group, guys and girls, are just incredible. So
Can I add something to this real quick?
sure.
Can you go back to that PlayStation listing real quick?
Yeah.
This is actually a really ninja. I think it was either you or Jared in the group. Go back to that PS4 listing that you just saw. Well, I guess not. Just go to one of these and then go to the seller.
Hold on a second. Let me go to saves.
The reason I'm asking him to do this, guys, is because sometimes whenever people have these items for sale, a lot of the times they have other items for sale.
Yeah, I think it's gone because it's sold.
Yeah, that's fine. Just click on one of them and just kind of show them what I mean here. Like that one's actually 60 bucks. Dang.
Yeah.
And then just go to the seller.
Sure.
And scroll down.
Boom.
Oh, look at that. Other items, AirPod Pros.
Yep.
What I mean, guys, you guys can upsell these people by reaching out to them too. So that's another way that you can add extra money to what you're already doing. This is stuff we go over, so it's great.
All right.
But let's do the zip codes, man.
Let's do it. I got 3 zip codes here, so I'm going to go ahead and jump out of my area. I'm in the state of Oklahoma near Tulsa. So let's go to 00676 and whoa, Puerto Rico. All right.
See what we got.
I've never sourced Puerto Rico, but let's go for it. Okay.
Xbox One for 40 bucks.
Let's see.
Well, I can't read Spanish, but
see translation.
Oh, there we go.
It's broken.
Oh, probably offer about 20 bucks for it and sell it for 65 or so.
Yeah, there's definite money here because this thing is a brick, and because nobody wants something that's broken, who are they going to sell it to? Well, they're going to sell it to somebody who knows how to take it to another marketplace where they can get paid for it. But you know what? We're not paying that price for it. Yeah, I'd pay.
Once again, check what else they're selling too.
Let's see.
What else they got?
Got some Legos. Yeah, a lot of.
It looks like just that. Yeah, that's you can win on that if you get them down a little bit.
Yep. So I tell you what, hold on, let me pull the chat back up, and I'll drop this Xbox listing. Xbox.
Are you sharing something else, Matt?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay, and I'm gonna drop that.
Typing. Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna drop that link right there. Okay, I'm gonna try to find another item in Puerto Rico. Let's talk about this one for a second. This is kind of right at the price that we probably get for an item like this. So don't get suckered in on deals just because they look good. That's also a really nice photo. That person staged that really well. They probably know what they're doing, and they're probably another reseller like us. Okay, not bad here. PS3 without the controllers. Okay. It has 3 cables, USB, HD, and the power cord, 500 gig. 500 gig on a PS3. This is actually not just a PS3. This is a PS3 Slim. So to be specific about it, that's not bad. This item right here, let's go check it out. Okay. PS3 Slim, 500 gigabyte. Boom. Okay, not the super slim, but the slim. Remember, apples to apples. Okay. And it just wants to bring up the super slim for whatever reason. Let's see.
Go back up to the filter real quick on the left side. See where it says PS3 Slim 39 over on the left under model. There you go. Right there.
Yeah.
Down a little bit. There you go. The one right below
Yeah.
there. There you go.
Yeah. There's one. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. We're looking at about, this is the one I was looking for, in fact. $100. This comes with a controller. Let's do this. Let's console only. Okay, see if that, there we go. $100.
There you go.
That was in United Kingdom. Most of these have a controller with, which kind of tells you guys, if you're going to resell a console, people do like turnkey options. When we say turnkey, we're talking about like one and done. I want all the cables, the console, right, and like together at the minimum. So that is the smart move. And this one sold for 60. So somewhere in the middle of these, we're looking at about probably $80 for this console right here. Okay, so if you bought this for 50, that's a pretty good deal. I would come in and probably say offer like 30, 35. See if you can swing it for that. Okay, and that's not bad. So PS3 Slim, 500 gigabyte. Gonna drop that link right there. And just so you know, guys, when I work with Chris's team, when I work with his various reseller groups, we do ride-along meetups just like this. I've literally sourced just about everybody's zip code within the group, and we sit down for about 30 or 40 minutes, and no joke, we find anywhere from 8 to 12 deals in 20 to 30 minutes. That's not an exaggeration. But just think about the time we've been on this call, guys. Like, we've literally sourced 4 different items, 2 in my area, 2 in Puerto Rico. I've never looked up anything in Puerto Rico, and I just found 2 deals just like that. This is not rocket science. I mean, this is simple. And if I can do this, you can do this. And I just say that to encourage you, give you a little fuel to the fire. Okay, let's look up this obscurity. I dare you to find something in this zip code. They said 83301. Okay, so where am I going at 83301? Twin Falls, Idaho. Apply. Okay, now I'm gonna look within.
Whoa. Oh, Nintendo Switch Lite. Keyboard Lite. Hey, I see one already.
All right, let's see what we're looking at. I like this. Twin Falls, Idaho. There is a. Okay, so check this out. Let me ask you guys in the chat, does this look like a basic PS4? Does this look like a basic PS4? Yes or no? Thank you, Esh. Right. David says no. Of course not. Okay. It is a PS4 Slim, and this is a unique Call of Duty limited edition. Okay.
Yep. I found it already too.
Charles says I need to step my game up. Yeah. So PS4 camo console only. And let's do Slim.
Whew.
All right, love this. Man, this is
profit
awesome.
there. There's
a great business, guys. 270, that's with 2 controllers, mind you. Okay,
And
190,
no
210. So remember, buy the bundle and part it out. Buy the bundle, part it out. So check it out. We got this, 2 controllers. We're talking 25 for the basic black, because that's the lowest selling one. Probably get about 35 for that. Okay, so that's $50 in controllers. We've got roughly, what we see, 270, 210, and 190. So let's ballpark this at about 220 or 225 for this console. Okay, we're already sitting at $50 gross profit. And then we've got these games, and these are actually decent games. Sports games don't resell so well, but I've resold this Mortal Kombat 11. This game resells for about $30. Grand Theft Auto, a classic, good game. People like it. people like to buy games that have a good franchise. Think about it: Mario, Sonic, GTA, right? All these games, they have a following, and just like your favorite celebrity or rapper has a following, so do video game franchises. And so that game right there is probably another $15. My guesstimation is each of these games is probably the Need for Speed probably sell for about $12 to $15. SnowRunner's probably like a $7 to $10 game, and UFC 4 probably another like $10 to $12 game. So think about it. You've got a minimum of $50 right there in games, 50 in controllers, plus a $220. So we're looking at what, $320 gross profit right here. So after our shipping and fees, we're looking at about $270 net profit. Excuse me, 270. If they want 200 for that, I would offer 150, assuming I'd probably get 175. Let's subtract the 175. So you can make $100 on this deal easy, but I'd say if you bought it at the right price, you could easily make 125 to 130. Okay. Easily. Alex says, so some games go for a lot of money. Original Fortnite game used to go for like 75. Don't know if it still does. Charles says, bravo. Charles, excuse me, I'm getting choked up here, brother. I'm getting choked up. PS4 camo. Okay. I'm going to share this with you. Boom. Okay. I would mess with that person today. Yeah, for real. I just found you money, bro. I mean, and then when I say doing the reach out method, this is what we're talking about. You know, we're finding deals like this just any old place. Okay. All the time. And so we don't want to do stuff that like ships to you. We want to do things that are found locally. Switch Lite, not so much a fan of. Tell you what, let's jump over here to OfferUp real quick. And I'm going to type in your zip one more time.
Oh yeah, you didn't even go into the other places yet.
I know we're just on Facebook Marketplace. So, okay, now I'm in Twin Falls, 30 miles plus. So let's see what we can see. I don't want to do shipping. Let's go local. This is kind of about right for this kind of item. Definitely overpriced. I don't know how far this is, but this was posted 22 days ago. Just so you guys, some of you guys want to, Charles, you were saying I got to step my game up. And I don't even know if Chris knows about scuff controllers, but scuff controllers
I have no idea what that is.
It's just a very unique high-end controller.
I had no idea that even existed.
We're gonna repost this just so you guys can get an idea of scuff controllers can sell for quite a bit. And so this person has this one overpriced, but this is a deep pink.
That's interesting to know, though.
That's brand new.
Honestly, dude, I would have thought that was like a knockoff fake. I probably never even would have looked it up, but now I know.
Yeah, the reselling rush is awesome. So that scuff controller is overpriced. Edwin, I'm so glad you're expanding your market knowledge, brother. Believe me, I have had many opportunities to do the same, and it's always great to learn. And you'll find that from Chris and myself, we're both very voracious learners. We just love adding new skills to our bag of tricks. Let's see, an online yard sale. So this is the type of person you could definitely hit up and just kind of see what they have.
I see a couple of Switch stuff in there.
Yeah, gotta love these bundles. And if they're just hawking this stuff online, let's see what they got available. So I'm going to throw this other deal your way, Charles. Okay.
Yeah, if you can, I mean, look at all those games, that PS4. It looks like there's 2 Nintendo Switches there.
Yeah. In fact, it was a deal similar to this. I was supposed to go pick up this past week, but I missed out on it because it was my daughter's birthday. Sorry, guys. It's better to be a good dad than a good reseller. But
absolutely true.
I was going to go pick up 6 consoles from a guy at a deal just like this. It just, the time frame didn't work out. And we were going to, for $220, $220, and I was going to score 6 consoles. But guess what? That's not the first time I've had someone on the hook for deals like that. You know what? There's always another deal. There's always another deal. Remember that. There's always another deal. Okay. So let's look at one last one last zip code here before we wrap this thing up. And I appreciate you guys being so patient. I hope you guys are learning a lot, both about reselling, pulling phones, and also pulling gaming consoles, because Chris and I love this. It's so much fun. Okay, I'm going to reduce this to about 20 miles because this looks like a pretty big area in Houston. Holy smokes.
Where I am.
We are definitely going to find some money here. I can guarantee you. I was sourcing somebody's space in Baltimore the other day, and holy cow, we found 9 deals in 20 minutes. It was insane. It was so great. 584.
Was that Sean? Was that
yeah.
Sean you were helping? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was picking up another Oculus today.
Yep. Okay. So let's do this, guys. I want to share something cool with y'all. So give me just a second, and I'm going to actually share a price sheet with you guys, which you can just keep. You can just make it yours. And there won't be any extra for this. So let me pull this real quick. I'm going to share with you guys, I think, one of the most valuable items we have. I have made price sheets for all of our consoles to people to flip, because it's like, what it does is it fast tracks people to the price, so that whether they're in the call or texting somebody, then they can quickly reference price with people, and they don't have to be worried about, trying to figure out all the math in their heads. So I'm going to post the link for our Oculus console price sheet right now. You see that link? Okay. Copy that and make a copy of your own. Make a copy of your own and keep it. That's a gift to you guys for just saying thank you, staying on the call, being on the call this long. You're ride or die, and we appreciate it. Okay. So let's go look here, and let's specifically see if we can find some Oculuses in Houston, because Lord knows they're out there.
Are you looking at my area?
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and look up some deals for me. I'm 20 minutes from Pearland.
Fantastic. Let's go to
I source a lot of Oculuses out of this area.
Yeah. Let's go to local pickup and let's see what we got.
And I got headset one right here, actually. Everything else is sold, but
yeah. So 128.
I think you might even see my ad there. Oh, that one's in League City. That's where I'm in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll have to look it up.
No issues. Works perfectly. The only issue is we don't know how many gigabytes this is.
That's okay.
So if this is like a 256, we still want this price to be a little bit lower. Okay. So I'm going to jump over here to offer up and see if anything's just kind of sat in offer up for a minute.
Here's a big tip. Most of the deals, guys, people post in the morning or late at night. So
true that.
Just so you guys know. Oh, there's one right there. $180.
I don't hate this deal.
Ooh,
Oculus Quest all in one. Let's go back. Where was it? Here?
Posted 22 minutes ago.
Posted 38 minutes ago. Blam. Okay, let's check it out. First of all, guys, on OfferUp, yeah, you do want to be careful. We always want to pregame the customer. So I'm going in here, seeing our girl Karen, which hopefully not a stereotypical Karen, but she's been a member since 2015. All right, she posted this 38 minutes ago. There are different types of customers that I am always delighted to work with. Okay, it's people that are indifferent and they could give a rip about the price. It's people that are ignorant and don't know what they have, and it's people that are desperate and need cash more than they need their stuff. Well, the 3 types of customers that are really easy to work with. I'm gonna say that one more time: ignorant, indifferent, and just desperate for cash. And those types of folks are great when you find deals like this. This person is a little indifferent about price because it's already listed so low. It's taking good photos here. Okay. It definitely gives me an idea as to what condition the item is in. Great thing about Oculuses is when you go and pick them up, you can try them on, you can turn on the headset, look at them, figure out for yourself. Okay. And it's $180 for 128 gig. And I'm encouraging people to pay about 160 to 180 for these in the first place. So you can negotiate this deal down, or you don't have to. Okay. So to whoever dropped this, I'm going to say in 77584 zip. Okay. We're looking at an Oculus. If you can get it before Chris does, 128 gig. And here's the link for that on OfferUp. All right. That's the link for that. I'm throwing money in your general direction. This has only been up for 38 minutes. This is going to get snatched up, I guarantee you, within the next, I'd say 48 to 72 hours. People sleep on OfferUp. OfferUp still got deals, y'all. Definitely still got deals. Okay, so let me kind of walk you through this then, because if you were if you received the Oculus console family's price sheet, then you know exactly what to pay for this. So check it out. This is how we do this. All right, jump on the price sheet. Let me share it with you guys. Okay, so we're looking at the same thing. Okay, I go over here. This Oculus 128, the headset resells for 105. Okay, and each of the controllers, the right and left controller, resells for roughly 90 bucks. Okay, so 90 plus 90, right? We're at 180 plus 105. We're looking at $285 gross profit. We're buying this for 180, but let's say we don't get it for 160. Let's say we get it for 170. We make 285 gross profit. Okay, take away our shipping and fees. We're at about 240. Okay, and we bought it for 170. So that means on this item, you stand to make about $70 to $75 profit. So if you're looking at $70 profit on your 180, that means you still made roughly 40%, which is that good business? Yes, what we say, 40 to 60%, that's good business. And check it out. I mean, that work's already done for you, man. Like you don't have to look at anything else. It's there. You want to figure out, we got the suggested buy price for everything. Suggested buy price for a 64 is 140 to 150. A suggested buy price for a 128, I put it 155, but 160 to 170, honestly, still good. And for 256, we'll say like 170 to 180. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there are so many deals out there to be had. It is insane. And that's just looking up Oculuses and PS4s, which is a couple things we found today. We have 7 different console families we talk about within our group. And all I can say is that people are banking on all of them. And when we talk about upselling and saying, hey, you got other electronics you'd like to sell, you'd like, because I buy all varieties of electronics. People know how to price these items now. In other words, there isn't this extra money on the table that's just staying on the table. It's going into your bank account because you know how to source and purchase those items. And so, yeah, that is, I mean, it's gold. It is dollar bills floating in front of your face, and you can find this anytime using the reach out method, just sourcing your zip code and looking in your area. There's money there to be found. You just got to go find it and reach out to the customers and secure the deal. And so if this has been valuable to any of you guys on any level about the console stuff, then please just hit me with a thumbs up or like a yes with an exclamation point, because I just really want to help you guys win. Awesome. Thank you, Rita. Love to hear that. Christian says yes. David says yes. Fantastic. All right. Good, guys. Charles says yes. Sweet. Well, you guys use that price sheet to your advantage. You could literally go out tonight, tomorrow, and jump on Facebook, OfferUp, or Craigslist and find Oculus deals in your area. Just follow the instructions there, and I promise you will make some deals and you will get paid. And if it happens, hey, hit up Chris on Facebook and let him or let one of us know, because we would love to hear about it. Chris, I'm gonna throw it back to you, brother.
Do it. All right, guys. You guys see why I hired Matt now? The dude knows his stuff. And you know, there's so much money to be made in consoles. And that's one reason I brought Matt on, is because he brings a wealth of knowledge that I just didn't have. You know, like I can't know everything, right? Nobody can know everything. So it's better to have a team that, you know, the whole knows more than you, right? I'm also learning things from my own students every single day. I think Matt is too, you know. So guys, I do want to go over something. How would you guys like to have something like this? So this is what happens in our program. Number one, if you did, you know, and I'm going to transition here a little bit. Is it okay if I talk a little bit, brag a little bit about the Electronics Reseller Accelerator Program? You guys want to know a little bit about that and how you can get me and Matt like direct help through Zoom, just like this, looking up your, literally finding you deals, setting up your ads for you. You guys want to hear about that? Let me know. You guys want us to team up with y'all and help you make money, show you the money? Let's do it. Okay, cool. Now that I have your permission, I'm going to brag a little bit. Okay. So guys, I created something a couple of months back, and I've been kind of quiet about it because I don't let a whole lot of people into it. It is definitely a culture thing. And I really just want to focus on people that want to win. But I created the Electronics Reselling Accelerator Program a couple of months back. Matt was actually the first one to join. Funny enough, it's kind of funny. But I created it simply to, help people get to $3,000 to $4,000 a month in profit, right? Now, I teach people the Facebook ad side, the negotiation side. Matt teaches all the game console stuff. We team up and we kind of double team this whole thing and literally get you guys making money the same week. It's insane, right? So that's what we do. It literally ASAP. Like, I don't think there's been many people who haven't made a deal their first week, especially on your stuff, Matt, because we literally find the deals for them. It's crazy. But let me brag a little bit. I want to show off the group a little bit, what happens in it, and kind of go from there. So let me go there real quick. And I got some stuff here. So let me see. Is this, whoop, that's a win. Okay, so I got some photos here, guys. These are some things that our students post. This is a camera. This was also a GoPro. The student made a ton of money off of this. We don't just teach phones and game consoles and stuff like that. We also teach how to source cameras, buy cameras, sell cameras, and stuff like that. Here's some packages going out. Here's Matt sharing his big win that he had that day on his little vacay. Here's Lex sharing. This is something he shared the other day. He entered this program trying to learn to flip phones better, and he didn't realize that he was also going to get a Facebook ads mentorship training included. The stuff that I teach in the weekly calls is seriously high-level stuff, at least for me. But yeah, so I go hard on the Facebook ads. This is Steven. He shared a win the other day. I always talk about how you should be telling everybody about your business and what you do. And Steven the other day was talking about how he was talking to a car rental guy that had some electronics that he was looking to sell. Look at everything he was able to get from this random guy that he met while getting his car fixed, guys. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the deals that you could be making on it, on a daily basis just by telling people about your business. As you can see, a PS4, some Beats, an Apple Watch, and then it looks like a Nintendo DS there. That's some serious profit right there. Here's my win not too long ago. Here's some cracked phones and Oculus controllers, new Oculus controllers. This was a lot of profit right here. Some more of my wins, actually. Here's Johnny picking up 2 phones. Got all of those on OfferUp after we did a training on the reach out method and ads. Here's another one. This is actually from the Rescale Mastermind. So this is the one after the accelerator program. But this was a $1,400 profit day through leads, paid ads, marketplace, and store connections. This is the stuff we go into, guys. Here's Jared. Jared just hit the $10,000 sales mark. He actually did $13,000 in sales last month and did just over $3,000 in profit. But he had a repeat customer deal, Pro Max. He bought and a controller and a PS4 with one controller for $800. Pretty awesome. And he got a photo with the guy, which is something I teach to do because it helps your business get better. Once again, he's doing it again. Here's Jared again with some wins. And then here's Jared again. Jared is kicking ass, I'm not gonna lie. He bought a whole bunch of Switch controllers. He made a lot of money on this, guys. I think he made something like $400 or $500 in profit, Matt. Something like that. just off of the switch controllers. It was crazy. So some more wins. This is just stuff we post all day long, guys. This is after Kayla got training with Matt. This is literally, what was this, 2 or 3 days after you did the call with her, Matt?
No, that was like, yeah, it was like 24 to 36 hours later, she posted this pic where she had bought like 4 or 5 Oculuses, and one of them she bought like brand new and like made like $200, like right off top, like just boom, just it was awesome.
Crazy. Here's Sean. He goes by Mac. One of the busiest days he's had in a long time. It was awesome. This is that's just something else. This is the award that people get whenever they hit $10,000 in sales in the program. As you can see, he's got this, and then he's got some phones right below it that he bought.
Yeah, Julio was one of the first guys in the group too to he picked up a PS5 and like flipped it locally for like $700.
Yeah. So lots of wins. Just picked up a sweet Oculus deal and a 13 Pro Max. Beautiful. So this is stuff we see every day, guys. Like literally every day. We see this stuff every single day in our program, right? We even started getting into diabetic test strips too. This is something that's a little bit extra that we don't really have a full training on yet, but we got some students that are taking it and they're killing it, right? As you can see, Kayla, one of my top students, is in here just crushing it in Canada. PS5s, and there's a lot of wins that are happening in the program. So this is the stuff that happens when you get help finding stuff, like with me, with Matt. I help you set up your ads correctly for the inbound leads. Matt helps you find the deals by doing outbound, and it's really, really hard to lose when you got both inbound and outbound going on, right? It's very, very difficult to lose in that scenario. It's very difficult not to make money too. That's something we say in our program between me and Matt a lot. It's kind of funny. It's like it's very difficult to not make money when you got this type of help. When Matt is literally sending you links and your ads start popping off the same day with messages, it's very, very difficult to not make money. So who's ready to get it, to hear about what all comes in the program, what you guys will get, and what you guys will be able to experience inside of the accelerator program? Type let me know if you guys want me to share all the juicy details on how everything works and how the whole setup is, how long it is, how much, all of that. Matt says ASAP. David says, let me know. You got a sick deal on that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of just show you guys exactly what all comes in the accelerator program, what we help you guys with, and then how you can apply to be a part of it. So what you'll be getting in this exclusive program, you're going to be getting the ad secrets, right? You're going to get help with your ads weekly on our advertising calls. We have 2 weekly Zoom sessions, just so you guys know. I'll be going over that here in a second. You're going to be learning my $5 a day local lead generation system. You're going to get the done for you proven lead generation ads that I showed you guys earlier while I was setting that up. You're going to get the drive to me script, so they bring items to you. That's something I'm very big on, because we are the person giving the money. They need us more than we need them, right? You're going to get a high converting negotiation script that allows you to negotiate like a pro. You're going to learn what to say to increase your profit margins in a nice way, kind of like what I did earlier. You're going to get the done for you templates for Mercari, eBay, Swappa, and you'll even get some social media posts as well. You'll also get there's a lot of personalized support with this program, a lot of personalized support. You're going to get a private members only messenger group where you get direct access to me and Matt. Okay, what does that look like? Well, let me show you guys. So before I go any further, this is probably the most valuable part of our program, to be honest with you. People love this part of our program so much, and they've said it over and over again, actually. So think if you had a question, right? Matt, did you say something? Okay. So this is what that looks like, guys. As you guys can see, people are in here asking questions pretty often, right? For example, this person, let's see here, Tim posted this photo, and then he's like, Oculus, anyone know what they run for? Never done one before. And then you got the, the other members asking questions. And then, you got me here sharing the actual thing with them and, getting the stuff fixed, right? And then, there's also simple stuff too, having some trouble with the glue residue from a switch dock. And then Matt jumped in here, Goo Gone. I didn't even know what Goo Gone was, but I learned today, So, it's just stuff like this where, imagine having a program at your disposal where when you have a question, you get an answer within like 5 minutes. It's insane. It's not like posting in a Facebook group and waiting hours for, 2 or 3 people to answer. It's literally almost instant. And if you tag me, it's more instant, right? So that's just one part of it. You're also going to get, like I said, the 2 weekly live training classes that motivate you to execute the task that you need to do. They also help keep you accountable, which is something that I needed in a program. You're going to get the best ways to locate, genuine phone sellers and platforms that you can use. The bulletproof appraisal calculator. I am your head coach. Then you have Matt as your head coach as well. Some past students, what they have to say about this program. There's people that absolutely love it, right? So how do you join this program, right? How do you get access to it? Well, let me grab it for you guys here. Let me grab the application. This is by application only. I do want to be very clear about that. I will only work with people that I think can actually succeed in this program, and I won't work with people that I don't think that I can actually help. I'm just going to be very transparent about that. If you're brand new to this business, I do have a 7-a-month program. Maybe that's for you, right? But if you're looking for personalized help, you're looking for mentorship, then this is the program that you're going to want. And I'm going to drop the application for you guys where you can go in and you can book a call. So you put in the application, and then I reach out and we do a phone call and a Zoom call or a Zoom call. And then you guys can join it that way. But it is by application only. It is not, let me drop this for you guys. You guys can apply using that link that I just dropped in there. And the way that everything happens, guys, is like as soon as you're approved to join the program, you get access to orientation with me, where I help you set up your Facebook ads, get everything running pretty much the same day that we have the meeting. And then you have an orientation with Matt, where he literally goes in and finds you money. Kind of crazy. Like, it doesn't really get much better than that. Like imagine me handing you money, or imagine Matt actually handing you money. And then the same day you have inbound leads coming in saying, hey, I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max I'm looking to sell. How much better than that does it get, right? On top of that, and this is only if you guys want, you guys do get access to Google Ads in my program. If you need help setting that up, I'll do that too. You also get a 1.5 months worth of Resell Deck, which is my proprietary software to help people scale their reselling business. I built it specifically for that purpose. I use it. My highest level students use it, and we're crushing it. My highest level students, 4 or 5, some are even at 10,000 a month profit plus. So once again, let's take a look at some of the wins, right? And Matt, if you have anything else to chime in here, bro, go for it.
Will do.
Actually, let me just go to the media here. So there's a lot. Well, let me just go here.
I will say this to you guys. A lot of people emphasize phones, and I love phones. I've sold phones. I just got so good at reselling consoles that it's kind of probably 80-90% of what I resell now. But we had one guy, his ads were just, he was trying to get his feet under him on ads and stuff. And so he learned how to source and resell PS4s, and PS4s like floated his business for like multiple weeks, man. And now he resells PS4s as much as he resells phones, which is cool because he's added an extra stream of income. to his reselling gig, which is incredible. So that's just like an example of what's been really cool to watch, resellers succeed. And we all eat. It's awesome, man. I mean, we get deals all the time. And I know you guys can absolutely do the same. You're going to do great at this.
Yeah, so make sure you guys put in the application. You and I will hop on a phone call. Make sure you're a good fit for the program. Like I said, I only work with people that and I'll just be honest, I only work with people that I actually think I can help. If I don't think I can help you, I'm gonna let you know. Trust me. Like I'm very honest about all of that, and I want to help people that want to work with me. That's how it works. And yeah. Oh, I forgot to add. There's also a guarantee. So like if you're not making at least 3,000 a month in profit by the end of the 6 months, I also forgot to mention that the program's 6 months long. If you're not making more than 3,000 a month in profit, and you have applied everything, you've been to the Zoom calls, you've been to everything, we work with you for another 6 months to make sure that you do get there. Okay. But obviously you have to do your part, and that's explained on the call too. So other than that, guys, feel free to put in the application, and the replay will be up for the next 2 days, and it'll be on YouTube, and then it will be taken down, and then it will be sold, because there was a lot of knowledge given on this one. So it'll probably be sold for like probably $97 actually, because there was a lot of value given in this one, a lot of value. So anyway, guys, that's about it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Make sure to, I'm going to post the link here again. Make sure to go ahead and click it. If you're going to fill out the application, click it now, because I'm going to close out the Zoom chat, and I don't want people DMing me for the application at night. So I probably won't answer you, just to be honest. I'm going to drop it a few more times. There we go. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them real quick. We got about 5 more minutes left here, and then that's it. So on the application though, let me go ahead and pull that up. What you're going to fill out, put in your full name, your phone number, your email, the number one reason you want to work with me and in our program. What is your current monthly sales? If you don't have any, just put 0. That's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, we help people that are brand new. So if you don't have any current monthly profit, put 0, right? When it comes to how much would you like to make in the next 6 months profit wise, put a number here. I need to know. Okay, how much capital do you have to run the business? I need to know that too. That definitely helps out. Why don't you think you can reach the goals for your business right now? Is there anything holding you back? Are you willing to invest money in education to learn how to do this business correctly? Put an answer. Okay, you have to put an answer, and then let me know when you're ready to begin. Right. So you fill out this. I get in touch with you tomorrow. We'll call. We'll do a chat, and we'll see if you're a good fit. And that's how the whole thing works. It's pretty simple. So other than that, guys, that's it. So I'm closing everything out, and we'll talk to you guys. We'll hope to see some of you guys soon.
Hope to see you guys in the group. Have a good night, everybody.
Later, guys.
Bye.